Hi, water signs. I hope that you're doing fabulous. Listen, I just did a water sign reading. If you go on the platform and look at it, there's no hearing. So I have freedom of speech and I have rights. And the Democratic Party that is on my platform doing the nonsense, and I know it who this is. Okay, you're under a damnation of God Almighty. You're going to get up off my platform. You are getting to a place where God's fixing to destroy you, and it's ridiculous. I got all the cards still laying out here, and we're going to go through this reading again because the White House came out in that reading. There were two houses, and then the Democratic Party came out in that house. Now, if there's any upright individual, because I know that they're going to be caught because they said that God said in the Earth reading somebody's going to get charged. I've had enough of this crap. And if you are new, I don't know how you found this platform, but I talk to the government at that level on my platform. Okay, the Most High God, Jehovah Elohim, He speaks to the government of the United States of America, and Russia sometimes comes out here as well. But there's also a Russia connection with Donald Trump. He came out in this reading as well. Jehovah speaks here, and you people, I don't care who you are, you don't have a right to touch my platform. You're in the wrong in every single shape, way, and form to do something illegal with my things and my music and the music industry and everything else. I don't care who you are, there's going to be justice. Okay, so whoever the upright government is that is in the high places and stuff like that, all the stuff on electronics, I know that it can be traced back. Okay, and I stated in y'all's reading the first time, because all that money kept coming out, and then in your reading, when I went to do your reading, I said that makes sense because Cash Patel is there in that reading. All that money was showing so, and the FBI came out in wording that came out in yours reading as well, and then this wording in investigations widely known there's going to be justice was here as well, and somebody's going to go to jail. I don't care who you are. Okay, somebody's going to be charged for some stuff. Somebody wants somebody to put their walls down. It's a very mischievous message around water energy. It's full of sex and whoredom and disgusting filth and lies and deceit, because I heard the word Leviathan, and I said there's dragons here. Okay, and somebody is hanging in the balance here with the White House. Okay, and God brought out wording about somebody at the top of somewhere, and Democratic specifically came out. So whoever I'm talking to, but the letter D comes out here with the Emperor card in the pictograph language. He represents the door and door houses and things like that. We also had the word hideaway, and also looks like a door there as well. But you guys specifically, where'd that card go? You guys specifically had that other, where did it go? This card that came out about choices, also showing two doorways. There's something going on around something with this. Okay, is what was being talked about. Somebody also in your reading, these three cards came out. You've got somebody standing at a door feeling trapped, and then they're paranoid, and somebody behind a wall type of energy is here. So big government stuff is out here. There's going to be justice for somebody. And in the earth reading, whoever is the connection, real big feminine energy kept coming out in the earth reading, and then in the water reading, earth came out as well. So, and it was feminine, and here they are again in your reading. So I'm just touching base because I've already went over this in that other reading, so all the cards are already out here, but I was doing the cards as it was going, and when I went back, there was no sound because somebody's messing. Somebody don't want you to hear what's going on at the top of some stuff. But the Most High said that somebody is weighed in the balance in your kingdom. You're left wanting. It says that God has numbered your kingdom. Whoever's where, whoever's doing what, there's sexual nonsense that's attached to some stuff, because it was showing in the earth reading and it came out in y'all's reading as well. Somebody's a freak and they're crazy around something that it's attached to some judgment that's going to take place in the next 24 hours. A judgment's taking place. Whether you judge for upright purpose or negative purposes, the heavens are coming out here to either put a destruction on you, or you're going to be rewarded for doing what's right. And somebody's now in the wrong for touching my legal rights on YouTube. You have no right to touch this channel. I don't care if you're under investigation or not. Better get better in your investigation and get off my platform, because Jehovah Elohim is the one telling the information and then showing what he's telling. You're going to get up right in God's face, and God's going to get down and snort on you. I don't know who you think you are, folks. You're under a bad judgment. Your house is going to be uprooted. Whatever's at the top of the nation, trickle down to the rest, okay? And everybody standing in the truth, you're going to be blessed, and they're going to be destroyed. It's time for their destruction. It says to quench not the Spirit of God, okay? And so the Spirit of God is here to give people some direction so that people live and not die. And those of you who don't want nobody to know something, you're killing yourself, like God says. He says to quench not the Spirit of God. Obviously, there's no way that you could watch this channel and not know that Jehovah Elohim, maker of heaven and earth, speaks. There's no way that you could not understand that he's here. You think you're going to quench God's Spirit? That's why he's going to punch you people. He says to not do it, and you already have done it. You're in big trouble. I don't care what your little sex secret is. There's 2 women and some type of nasty out here attached to somebody at the top. It came out with the rune that said there was a little secret relationship going on. There's a bunch of money, or obviously people got money at the top of some stuff, right? There's a baby that also came out, for those of you who ain't dealing with same-sex nonsense. But that same-sex, actually, if you go back now and look at what came out in the Earth reading, it explains a lot in this reading. There's 2 people in some nasty stuff, because, you know, it went to licking stuff, and we're not going to get into it because that's derogatory, but God can say whatever he wants. He's stomping some people out. It's nastiness. What's going on? These dragons, these whores in this picture here, or there's an oriental person involved in the nonsense and whatever the crap it's about. But that sperm also did show itself in the Earth reading. There was a secret baby that came out of something. Somebody's been investigated for some crap out here. And again, I said that the top ahead FBI was here because the 8th house keeps coming out on the platform. The 8th house is here. This would go to the headship of that, and it showed up in picture and in wording. And God is speaking very clear, folks. There's going to be justice for some stuff. And it's all kinds of money for some people's cases, just in general energy, because this is a luxury rune. It's going to be returned back to who it belongs to. You're in trouble. People are in trouble. People are in real big freaking trouble. You're going to get off of my connections here on my platform. God says that people need to trust. Okay, that's interesting. I didn't pull that card up in the original reading, but the word trust, where did it go? I may have put it back in the deck. Came out of this deck. There's a co-worker involved in something with some things going on at the White House or something like that. But whatever the investigation's about, God's going to make sure that people are going to be destroyed if they don't make the correct decision, because there's a clarity of a mystery on something. You do know what to do, and when you and I know what to do and then we choose not to do that, you're screwed. God is going to have your neck for something out here. He says to quench not the Spirit and do not neglect prophecies. And God still prophesies today. He says to prove all things and hold fast to that which is good. Getting in people's accounts and doing some crazy nonsense and being murderous and nasty and crazy, that ain't good. You need to abstain from all things which are not good, and any appearance of evil. Okay? And God says that if you choose a wicked person over righteous energy, what in the world is wrong with you? But this is the hour that we're living in. A lot of people do that. They don't want the truth. Let me feel what I feel, because I'm in the here and the now, and you're going to die someday. And once you do cross over to this other dimension that awaits every person, you will be trapped. You will be trapped. You can't come back here in this realm to fix anything you're doing right now. You crazies out here. A bunch of crazy cards came out. This is a crazy card. This is a crazy card. Somebody can't get outside of the box of something here as well, that somebody can't see from different perspectives. They're crazy in their minds. Okay? Who are you to say what God will or will not do in this earth realm? I don't know who that's for, but anyway, in the state like acting according to something else. This was not in your original reading. I just picked up the deck. And it did, though, come out in the Earth reading. Somebody is acting like something. Obviously, we got FBI energies out here. Look, a hacker is caught. Yeah, you are caught, aren't you? And the love of money is the root of evil, and there's danger around you because God said so in the earth reading. He's going to destroy you. You're a thief, you're a liar, you're a cheat, and you're being judged straight from the heavenly realms. And whoever's going to step in those shoes that God's going to anoint to put that judgment in this realm, God bless you. This is what come out. It's different because I had to get up on here a second, and I've got a righteous indignation. I'm sick and tired of fools being on my platform. Get back. You're under judgment, fools.